Alright, I get where I feel like I'm filming too much and not working enough. And then I'm also feeling like, you know what, you should be filming more. So, you know, I still got to get stuff done and get it out of here to make any money. And then I am trying to think about how to shoot the videos, but then I got this all in the way. I should have done this first. Let me just disconnect it here. I was going to take the plugs out so I could show this. I had them loose, but then for some reason I couldn't take it out by hand. I don't know if that made sense. Yeah, they were like, I just hand tightened them, but then I was trying to take them out and they wouldn't come out. Anyway. And the plugs don't look bad. He said he heard it run. And then I was like, yeah, you heard it run, but it was only running on 2 cylinders. So hopefully this comes out. But I don't have any gas connected. I mean, we're not doing anything. No spark plugs. So we're looking for spark. So what we discover is that got it here and we got it here, but we don't have it on 2. So we're looking for spark here. 1, 2, 3. So there's 1. Looking for 2. Nothing. So 3 looks weak, but what I've discovered is that, like, sometimes if you don't have them pushed in just a little bit, you know, it is like a kind of relative thing. Nothing on 2. Now you can see it on 3. I think we got to even go in a little bit more, really. You know, we could even go in just a hair more. So when you go in, I'm just kind of curious of what kind of spark we really do get. So yeah, we probably need to come the opposite direction and come out to like just past wherever that is, a quarter, what they're calling a 1/4 inch gap. So I guess it's jumping. Well, even though we don't have anything on this one, we'll see what happens. All right, so then our spark is not enough to jump the gap, so we're gonna go just past 1/4. See what that spark looks like. There we go. 3 looks good. 1 looks good, and we don't have anything on 2. Notice we don't have anything on 2. So what happens when we take 1 and we swap it with 2? Let's see if it still follows. You know it will, but so you got it on 2 now, and it's got a good strong spark. So, all right. So just tell you, I forgot to put the little nut on the end of this one in number 2, but I've already checked this and know that it's the number 2 is not firing. I've even checked the wire. We're good continuity wise from the spark plug wire. And like I said, man, you know, I got good on 1 and 3. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because you can't, like, it is spark and it looks like it's good spark, but it doesn't look good on that little deal here. We can go ahead just a hair and see if it gives it looks better. See, 1 looks really good, but 2, and really 3 is weak too. I'm probably thinking, like, I don't know, like maybe, you know, till you get good spark, like, probably need to replace those coils. There we go, 1 and 3 is good. Yeah, that's good, but 2 is bad. So now what you can do is if you come over here and you're like, well, I don't know, you know, so we're going to swap these 2. And I'm going to need a little wrench to do this. Swap them real quick. Okay, I'm going to interject here because I don't think I explained this very well when I was doing this video. I'm swapping the inputs to the coils, and what that really does is just let you know whether or not you have a bad coil or not. I had fire on both 1 and 2 by either swapping the input. So what I figure out later downstream is that both of the coils are good. And what I really discovered was that the power pack, something in the ignition system is obviously bad. So is it a trigger, or is it a stator, a trigger, or a power pack? And it's the stators seem to be working because it's providing power to the power pack. And we don't know if the trigger is good or if it's a power pack just not releasing that signal. So later downstream, not to be you know, party pooper here, but you measure the input, or from the trigger is like an input to the power pack. And that I did have voltage on all 3, so I've eliminated this down now to it's a bad power pack, which is a cheaper option actually. So instead of me listening to me explain this in here, it might be better if I come back and narrate it, because that's what you're looking for. If it swaps and you got fire on the other, you know, your input's now firing 2, it's not firing 1. So in that case, what you do, you know, you're going, okay, yeah, that coil works because I got fired to 2 now. So then you just got to go back downstream and see why. Okay, what it, you know, is the power pack seeing the signal, and we can swap our inputs too from the trigger, but I just ordered a new power pack because this one is old. So anyway. So basically what you want to do now, you want to do this with the input off. But I'll tell you, like, for example, we're going to keep the input on. We just take our lead, stick it in here in the spark plug hole, and then touch it, right? And this one says 0.931K, so about 9K, all right? Now, but you have your, you have to remember you have your power pack hooked up. You haven't disconnected anything. So if we go to number, this one, we have nothing. So there's no resistance, there's nothing. I mean, it's just like an open circuit. So then we go to this guy, put our lead in. So yeah, again, another one, about 9K. So if I take and I loosen this guy from here with no input, I discover that we don't have anything. Like there's literally nothing on this coil, right? So that's with all of that disconnected. So I just happen to have over here another used coil. It's right here, right? So if we do the same thing, we just check the resistance. I don't know if I can hold this and show you guys this or not. $9K. So I think we have a coil problem, but I'm still not convinced that there's not a power pack problem as well. You follow my drift? So what we got to do here is I think we're going to have to loosen the whole thing up and take it out as one piece, unfortunately. But it's not that big a deal. We just got a lot of blacks. So we got a lot of grounds. We got a ground here. We got a ground there. You know, and that's another thing we could check and make sure our grounds are good. So there's 2 grounds, and there's the third one. So these 3 grounds are coming up to like here. So yeah, we'll just disconnect those, and then I can. I think we got, you know, one here and here, and one here and here. Possibly these. Anyway, I'm gonna take that apart. And I don't know if we'll just record it, I guess. All right, so yeah, red, white. Green, white. And green. See, if it's a 6-cylinder, you'd have twice. You'd have. I know that guy was wanting his boat back. It's kind of drizzling rain. Why can't? I'm hoping this is going to break. So there's the ground. Well, get out of there. All right, and then I think I need like a 5/16. Something weird like that. Yeah. May need it. Yeah, they're pretty loose. So I'm going to take the ones on the bottom first. Yeah, you gotta like loosen this deal up. I'm not going to do that all day. Just go slow. Maybe it's just stuck. It's like got a chemical bond. There we go. Making me nervous. All right, so then we just got to get this dude out of here. These can be a little bit stubborn. I think we'll just pull this off so we don't drop it in the water. How about that? Come on out of there. It's not pretty, folks. You didn't see any of that, but yeah, we got it out of there. So now I just need to replace this coil. Blah, 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 blah. If they're stuck in there, they're stuck in there. It's going to have to get something to scooch it on out of there. Man, you're way up there, dude. It's kind of chilly. It's wind's blowing. But then you switch from pants to shorts. Remember how to get these out of here. Yeah, so there's a little... I'm sure, I haven't looked, but I'm sure you could buy these as a 3-pack. Or they probably did it. Alright, so that one popped out of there. So this should just pop out of here. There we go. Come on now. Like I said, they get a chemical bond and then they're just in there. There it goes. So yeah, there's that one, and we're going to replace it with this one. Yeah. So yeah, we're just popping that one. I hope you saw all that. I just pop it out, put the new one in it. Now we just got to put this dude back over here. Connect it all back. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get that up out of the way. Man. Go on. Wow. See, why? They had to make them like 400 miles long. Yeah, well, they ain't going to fall off. And engineers are sitting around now watching people like me go, what in the world, man? It takes forever to get through there, man. No, this is like a little low. But this will tell us if we got spark or not. Jeez. Man. All right. I was hoping not to do that. You know, you try to do this as fast as you can. Come on. See, this is just crazy. I need one of those T-handle deals. And these, I'm just going to hand tight. I'm not going to go with a gun. I mean, I would like to know, like, with your hand, how much, I guess everybody's different. You'd have to have one of those, like, things where you squeeze your hand and see how tight it is, how tight your grip is. But I don't know. I'm guessing around, like, maybe it'd be like 14 inch-pounds, but I'm sure everybody's different. So I'm just hand tightening them. They ain't coming out. And then we're going to get those off. And see if we got spark. The 3/8, yeah, that's 3/8. Stop. Nope. Wow. So the only thing I do notice is that this one does not have, I may have to back this up. So like if you take this case, this little case here off, this arm is just touching the negative. So we're going to have to back up and redo what we did because that bar needs to be in this case. So let's take this bar out of here and put it on our old new coil. So this is probably not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference. Let's see what happens. Because I did this once before, and it's like the negatives, it was like unaffected. I just think it's something else to fail. I don't. So I think like if you mounted this and this was all somehow, I don't get it. Because we got our inputs, we got red. We go get a bunch of those little screws. Okay, grade red. Worst case, I got to take it all back apart, so I'll do it off camera. And we got a ground. And we got a grade white. And we got a growl. Now that one doesn't have the arm, but I don't think it matters on this. Because its ground is coming from here, not, I don't know, not, so like I said, sub coils would be grounded to a metal casing, I guess. And then we got a ground. Yeah, and you know, man, I'm just hand tightening it for now, because if it works, we can tighten them down. All right, so then I need to pull this. I gotta have the spark plug wire. Sometimes they're in there pretty tight. I actually repaired this. It was kind of messed up. Anyway, that one's gonna go like that, so I heard it pop. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cap on it because I'm pretty confident. Confident of what? I don't know. Alright, get on there. There it goes. Alright, so now we're... Alright, so for now we're going to reconnect these. See what we get. Oh yeah, we still have that on number 2. So I'm wondering if that's the case. Yep, we're gonna disconnect it. See if we can't put our little light in there and see if that makes a difference. You big dummy. All right. Well, I'll be back after I see if this fixes that. I guess might as well go ahead and film it. That freaking bird is back trying to make a nest. You know it's springtime, trying to make a freaking nest. I mean, I'm all for the birds, but not here, dude. Jeez. I sprayed my lawn. It's already starting to look kind of bad. I just went and sprayed my lawn this year. I'm gonna go buy some seed. Yeah. Alright, so back to what was I doing? I know what I was doing. I was showing you guys this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. And then he went and he perched right back up there. Weird how they do that. Alright, so what we got going on here is this little line right here, I believe. This should be your negative. Maybe the way this coil has to work is that's got to be touching your negative line. So we're going to peel this back. And it should come out of there. This might have a little, like epoxy or whatever. But it'll break the seal eventually. Get off out of there. It's just a little rubber boot. It comes out like that, right? So then we gotta do this one. I still don't know. I think we may have a bad trigger. Come off of there. I'm not destroying the coil, I promise you. This kind just has two little magnets that go through there, but you got this little piece of plate. And I'm thinking what we gotta have is this little piece of plate for this guy. Put that back the way it was. And so we're gonna have that little piece of plate, but we need this on the back side. It's kind of, I don't understand why it would make a difference. I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think it will. I don't think that's going to make any difference whatsoever. Because that's ground and the case is ground. I don't think this is our problem, folks. I really don't. Of course, I got it backwards. You can see where they end. It don't matter. Yeah, see, like this is the ones where, yeah, I got this backwards. Yeah, don't watch me do it. Dropping everything. So this has to sit down, so. So it's going to go in like so to hold it down, and then see this would be ground to the back of the case, and this old coil didn't even have one. Like all it had was that to that. But since this has this too, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't think this is our problem, folks. Which is the case, then we would be destroying a good coil. This didn't have any resistance though. Yeah, I think we'll try it like this and just see what happens. But I think really we got a problem with trigger or power pack. Probably a power pack or a trigger. It's hard to say. Kind of need to replace them both. Alright, get in there. What's going on? That's the thing, if you don't do them one at a time. So the problem I did the first time was taking these all the way off. when you just have to unscrew the screw a little bit, and it's fun. Yeah, that's our 3As. Might as well get you guys back up here. And then I think we're gonna stop. Alright, we'll get it back on, but then I think I'm gonna stop because running out of some battery. Have to put the camera and everything on charge. So like I said before, even when I swapped the inputs, I still had like number 2 firing even when its resistance was super, super low or almost no resistance at all. I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder, you know, like I think we got a trigger or a faulty trigger or power pack. Unfortunate for him because it's not cheap. That's why I like to like find out what's going on with him first, because like in that case, like he's, yeah, do a water pump. Well, you don't really want to do a water pump if that's like not your first problem. Like you need to solve this problem before you do a water pump, because then all of a sudden you're like, you have more money and wasted in it or invested in it. If you don't care, then I suppose that's fine. It's your money. But then sometimes you expect things to be, oh, I heard it run. Like in this case, he heard it run, but if he heard it run, it was only running on like 2 cylinders. It wasn't running on all 3 cylinders. And if you didn't know also like how that motor sounds running on all 3 cylinders, you wouldn't know. Like you would just think, oh, it's fine, but you really are only running on 2 cylinders. I mean, this is especially true on this 3s, whereas like on a 6s is really going to depend on. I mean, yeah, you're gonna hear a difference in tone. That's all there is to it. All right, we'll do this again and see if we get anything. I don't think it matters. I think we got another problem somewhere else. Let's see. All right, that was a little better. See what happens. Great. We still got nothing on 2. So I'm gonna have to give him a call. Maybe I'll post this video so he can. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give him a call. Maybe I'll post this video so that. Yeah, one thing is like, alright, I'm going to have to give him a call because it looks like we're probably somewhere in the ignition circuit, whether we have a power pack, we have a trigger, if we have a faulty trigger or not. And maybe even then we'll get out our CDI troubleshooting guide, and it should tell us that we have a certain voltage here. You know what, we can check that really quick. Let's do that. While we're sitting here thinking about it, like I'm thinking about it, let me go check this. Alright, so we're looking for a DC voltage. So we got ground. So on our meter black lead, we're going to connect to this ground. And then on the red lead, so I have to have like 5 hands to do this right. So I'm going to just do that. Hope they don't touch. And then we're going to see what voltage we have. So 0.1 volt DC. Yeah. Let's set it all out. So I think take auto off. So 0.4 volts. DC, 0.4 volts DC. Let's see what it does. So number 2, I got nothing. Yeah, 0.025 volts DC, quarter volt DC. It's kind of crazy. I mean, unless we go to a ground somewhere. Let's go to another place to a ground. Let's check it to ground. So this is number 3. Like a quarter volt. I want to say you gotta have 1.5 volts. So I think we do have we got a bad power pack, bad trigger. So that's a quarter volt. But number 2, we got nothing. There's nothing there. Yeah, so we got a quarter volt. Forget how to get this. We're showing like 2.3 millivolts. So that's in line with what we had before. Number 2 is 0. 0. Number 3. So that varies from like, you know, half a millivolt. There you go, folks. We got a bad trigger. We got a bad something in there electronic. I would replace them all. I'd put a new stator, trigger, everything on it. I think the coil was probably fine. I can put the coil back, but I'm going to talk to our customer and find out what he wants to do first, and then figure out where we're gonna go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe. We'll see you next time on Hawkeye Marine.